What's going on, everybody? Today we're going to be doing a front brake inspection on my 2015 Yamaha FJ09. But this inspection of the disc, pads, and caliper should be the same on FZ09, MT09, XSRs, and many other Yamaha family bikes because they all share a very similar inverted mounted fork with radially mounted caliper. So, with that out of the way, let's get right into it. In this video, we're going to cover all the specs about your pad, your disc, what to look for when they're wearing, and all the stuff to assess whether you need new brake parts or not. Now let's get into it. Right off the bat, your front rotor minimum thickness is 4 millimeters because it's brand new at 4.5. Check this with a micrometer and measure at multiple points. Also check for cracking between the drilled holes. The two bolts that hold the caliper to the lower fork leg are torqued to 25 foot-pounds. And these disc to hub bolts are torqued to 13 foot-pounds with Loctite. And this union bolt is torqued to 22 foot-pounds. To get the pads out, we need to get this retaining pin out. To get the pin out, you need to get these two little cotter pins out. There's one right here, and there's one just like it on the other side here. Pull those two little cotters out, slide this pin out. The pin retains the pads and this spring clip here, which holds some pressure on the pad, so it might want to pop out when you get this pin out. Let's get it. So with the pads on the desk, you want to make sure you can see the groove coming through here. You also want to measure the backing plate here. The minimum spec is 0.5 millimeter and the brand new spec is 4.5 millimeters. You'll also notice that the pads have a bit of an upturned corner on the left and the right. That is a wear indicator. If you see fresh metal on the very corners of your pads, then you got to replace them. If you saw fresh metal right here or over here, that means the backing plate is rubbing, and that's your wear indicator to replace your pads. Just like cars have a squealer to let you know your brakes are super thin, bikes have a little pad here to let you know when your pad is at its bare minimum. Last thing to point out is the pad retaining spring clip. It has a little arrow on it right there, you can see in the reflection. That arrow has to point in the direction of rotation. So for our application, that basically means it goes on like so, with the wide top pointing up on the wheel because that's the direction of rotation. Great time to clean off your pads of any debris before you reinstall them if you're reusing them, but otherwise, let's put them back in the bike. If you're putting in new pads or just swapping pad locations like I am, you'll need to push the caliper's pistons back. Only use soft, preferably rubber-coated tools to do this, and be mindful what you pry against. If you're installing new pads, you should bleed your brakes and check your fluid level in your master cylinder reservoir. It doesn't hurt to clean the pistons off before you push them into the caliper either. Getting the spring clip in can be the trickiest part. I like to get my pads and pin lined up first before I go ahead and install the spring clip. We got one, and we gotta push, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. There we go. Oh, there we go, we got lucky. We got the holes pointing out, which is nice. Take your cotter pins, push them into the hole. Just one click. There we go. Then I just like to rotate them away. And that's that. Pads are retained, cleaned, we're good. That's a wrap on inspecting the front brakes on my 2015 Yamaha FJ09. If this video helped you out, please smash the like and subscribe button down below. Thanks for watching, and as always, have a good day.